Well, there we are, live on Facebook. YouTube just said it's live. We are up and running. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. This is Casper. We're going to gong ourselves in about 2 minutes. Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. We're glad you're here this morning. We are sorry for the tech issues, but technology changes all the time, and we have to adjust. And have you noticed they don't always send you a notice when they're changing something? Good morning, Candace from Palm Desert. Nice to see you this morning. Thank you for the poster. Better late than never. We got it up. People know we're here. And also on my little video that we did the tech test, I got the date wrong. Tuesday the 20th. It's Tuesday the 19th. So we're trusting everybody knows Tuesday is Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Coffee with Casper. It's almost 8:30. We're going to gong ourselves in. Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. We're glad you're here. And we will be back next week, Thanksgiving week. We'll be broadcasting live from San Diego next week. But Casper will be with me. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Dave and Toby. Woof's hi. Woof back at you. Casper's here right now. We're glad you're here. Good to see everybody this morning. Good to be seen. All right. A few seconds, we're going to gong ourselves in. I trust you have your beverage of choice and we can hang out for 20 minutes together. Last week was curious because we were not broadcasting. Hey, Arlen, nice to see you this morning. Good morning, Ford from Marin County. All right, nice to see everybody this morning. Good morning, good morning. Pam from Santa Rosa, nice to see you this morning. All right, we got the Lightworkers gathering, and here we go. There's our 8:30. Let's gong ourselves in. We're going to take a couple big, deep breaths. You want to let that breath go down into your belly, and then we're going to relax the shoulders and let out the sound ah. And the second breath, we do the same thing. Bring it down into the belly, relax the shoulders, let out the sound ah, and then we're going to breathe up into our heart center. So here we go. Good morning, the Reverend Angelica Jane from Eureka. Good to see you this morning. All right, here you go. Big, deep breath in. And aligning with the I am, that I am, my true and eternal nature. Aligning with the I am that is one with the I am of all people. One more time. Bring that energy up into your heart center. And now we're just going to hang out. Good morning, Loretta. Nice to see you this morning. Good to be with everybody this morning. The Lightworkers are gathering. As I started to share with you, we were having the tech issues. It's all this stuff with streaming things that's going up onto YouTube by the stream thing, and then the other company is doing it, and then one company changes something and they don't tell you. But anyway, I went for about 18 minutes last week, realized that it was not even being recorded. It was just, I was looking at my phone for 18 minutes and reminding myself of the things I already knew. But that's the thing. We must always remind ourselves of the things we actually know. In Ernest Holmes' version of affirmative prayer, the very first step is to recognize the unity of all life, the oneness of all life, that energy and matter are equal and interchangeable. There's only one energy, one source. And if there's only one energy and one source, I am one with that energy, yes? So that's where we want to live ourselves. Thank you, and aloha from Hawaii. And yes, tech happens. That's the truth. All right, so last week, we were in recovery, those in the United States. Our audience is not exclusively in the United States, and the principles we talk about are belonging to every race, creed, color, nation, way of being. There's only one life force. That same life force is in everyone. That same life force has its soul nature, the aspect that is gazing at the glory of God, the other that is directing the senses. For eons of time, Once humanity discovered free will, they also discovered they could go against the unity of all life. You could make choices that would separate yourselves out. That was the birth of ego consciousness and egomania and power grabs and war and all of the miscreations of humanity that has gone on for eons of time. And so we need to remember, you and I as light workers, and good morning, Reverend Trish from Moore Park. We need to remember as light workers in the world that we came from the light. We were aware of the transformation of times. There was something I saw at Facebook this morning. It says, my God, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. I wish it would happen. We've been singing about it for decades. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, when peace will guide the planet and love will steer the stars. But when we are changing literally ages, eons of time into a new paradigm, it doesn't happen overnight. It may not even happen in a single lifetime. But who we are, the vibration that we're making, the sound, the tone that is coming from us through the law of the circle, everything I think, say, do, and feel is going into that law of mind or the law of the circle and is returning to me as the multiple aspects of my own experience, the multiple dimensions and aspects of my own experience. You know, we speak to God one way, expecting that God's going to answer that way, when in truth, that which is source, that which is responding to us by corresponding to us, is answering through everything that's happening. Everything that's happening. So here in the United States, there's a big division. Good morning, Missy Grant from North Carolina. Nice to see you this morning. So here we are. If we look at the map of the United States, and we look at the division over points of view, the red point of view and the black point of view, the red point of view and the black point of view, the red and the blue point of view, right? That division is not happening the way it looks like, state by state by state. It's actually happening county by county by county. And so you might have people right near you who are blue, and you might have people right next to you who are red. You might go, and this is something I reminded myself after election week, that it doesn't matter whether it went our way or not. You are okay. There's a line in the Course of Miracles. God is but love, and therefore so am I. God is but love, and therefore so am I. All things are echoes of the voice of God. The power of decision is my own. So because we are born in the image and likeness of the One, because we are born free, the power of decision is our own. So one of the great things that I had the opportunity to experience this summer is I went to a couple different ballparks, both of them here in Southern California. One was Dodger Stadium and the other was Padre Stadium down in San Diego. And both games, I was rooting for the Southern California teams, and both games that I attended, the Southern California teams won. Then I had an opportunity to go to the playoffs where the Dodgers were playing, and again, the Dodgers won. As we know, they went into the World Series. But that means that those crowds of tens and thousands and 40s and 50,000 people gathered are county to county. Someone might be blue that's next to me, and somebody might be red that's behind me. Somebody close to you, when you're at almost a 50-50 split in terms of point of view of which is the right way to proceed, somebody close to you is going to have the other point of view. And somebody's going to be right and somebody's going to be wrong, but it's not going to be because I think you're right or wrong. It returns to that famous word that Ernest Holmes used so classically in his book, The Science of Mind, in his teaching about understanding the metaphysics of the universe, that point of view is not, that's just a point of view. It's not what's true. What's truth is God is but love, and therefore so am I. And so I need to decide, how is it? And what I noticed here in both of these games in the United States, our son also went to a Mets game in New York, and it's the same experience. When it comes time to sing the national anthem, when it comes time to honor America, when it comes time to stand up and sing in joy at the seventh inning stretch, take me out to the ball game, you don't see people dividing themselves by their point of view of red or blue. What you see is the things that the United States stands for and continues to stand for no matter who wins an election. And those things are oneness and liberty and justice and freedom and equality and prosperity belonging to all people. We do ordain and establish this Constitution, right? That the equality of all people is what is true, and that every person has certain rights from which they cannot be separated. And the power of decision is my own. So although if you're on one side it may have gone your way and you may feel vindicated and right, and the other side it may not have gone your way, and you say, well, we hope we all do well through whatever those choices are, and that's where we are. We are standing for wealth, health, love, happiness, fulfillment, prosperity, equality, liberty, justice. We are standing for things that are not dependent on an election or the opinion of people. And this is what we need to remind ourselves as light workers. I came from the light. I put on this skin, this meat suit. I put on a coat of skins, and I will return to the light. And I came from the light in order to help humanity realize its spiritual magnificence, to realize the transcendental nature of the soul that is not dependent on the race consciousness. We have come to contribute to the shift in the race consciousness. But that doesn't mean we have to align with fear and doubt and separation and righteous indignation and all of the qualities of separation that don't cause us to be rooting together for the same things: life, liberty, justice, equality, freedom, the potential of a world that works for everybody, which is in the higher order of being. It's what we call upstairs thinking, but we must rise up into upstairs thinking. We as the light workers need to remember the Bob Marley song. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is going to be okay. When I aim in the direction of that which guides, guards, directs, and protects, that which is the higher order of being, in tune with heaven's first law, which is harmony. And I know that the race will catch up, that it will catch up to the idea that we can all find solutions. In an infinite field of possibilities, there are always solutions. In my personal life, in the life of my neighborhood, in the life of my state, in the life of my country, in the life of the continent, in the life of all the continents, in the lives of the oceans, which takes up most of the world, there is an underlying law of harmony that says, peace be unto thee, stranger, enter and be not afraid. Let us find that which we have in common. Let us join arms and hands in that which we have in common, and embrace the beauty of the fact that we got to come into the world as light workers to stand for a higher ideal for all humanity and the earth. God is but love. All things are echoes of God. The decision is my own. So I decide that I'm going to be, that health and wealth and love and happiness are normal. I decide to reach up to that which is the nature of my own soul, gazing at the magnificence of eternity expressing itself infinitely beyond the heavens, beyond all things seen into all things unseen, one life, one power, one truth, and I am drawing on that as the source of my life in this day. I am drawing on the fact that I am allowed to birth within me the Christ, the Buddha, the Nafsha, the high self, the higher order of being, to be a place of peace, to be a place of kindness, to be a place of transformation in the world. And every time I step forward into that higher light, into that higher vibration, and call it into my situation, into my circumstance, into the field of my awareness, I can begin to share that light and that love through kindness in the world, to be a place of kinetic love and kinetic inclusion. All people, all colors, all languages, all countries, all ways of being, all religions. No one has control, for all things are the echoes of God, and it is only my supreme source that knows that truth, and it is only my alignment with it that can bring that power, that peace, that poise into my life in a fantastic new way. Now, you might remember a few weeks ago I shared our friend Don Schilling had done some research in AI and asked AI to do a prayer around the election based on what it understands about New Thought. Now, what we know about artificial intelligence is it's just that. It's artificial. It does not have feeling. It may have logic. It may have taken the input of human intelligence and used it logically, but it has no feeling. You and I are the place where the transformation must happen, because we must feel the love of the divine in me and as me and through me, and bring that love into our life in this day. We must feel the victory of our own successes. We must feel that good and more good that is coming into my life. We must ask and seek and knock with heart into the divine, to ask for the magic, to show me the magic, to have the magic revealed in my life, transcendent of the race and transcendent of the old patterns of war and violence and prejudice and suffering. We must release those patterns and move into a higher order of being and be the place where that light is shining in the world. That place of peace, that place of poise, that place of balance. So I shortened that prayer a lot, and I'm going to share it with you now. And we can see where we can align with feeling to those ideas that we like. We know the very first step in that affirmative prayer is recognition. I recognize there is one infinite presence, one universal spirit that governs all of life. This spirit is the source of wisdom, love, and harmony flowing through every individual and every situation. It is the essence of unity. There is one life belonging to all people. No election changed that. There is one life belonging to all people. Its essence is unity. I affirm that I am one with this divine presence. I am connected to all people, and together we are part of a greater whole. The qualities of this spirit, intelligence, compassion, and clarity, are within me and within everyone. The potential for all of us to demonstrate intelligence and compassion and clarity are within me, and they're within everyone. And I have faith in humanity's ability to reach up, to discover their true and eternal nature, and to bring it into their lives, to make not only their lives better, but to make everyone who touches their lives better. Today, we are the right people at the right time doing the right thing. Today, you can rise out of your fear and doubts. You can rise out of your disappointments. You can rise out of your concerns for humanity. The Eternal One will always be, and its light will shine, because you and I are here shining it today. We are the demonstration that that light is shining. And now we find out, oh, we've only just begun to live. If I'm going to birth myself into the world as the consciousness of the awakened one, of the consciousness of the Christ, of the Buddha, of the Atman, of the high self, of the Neshama, if I'm going to birth myself into the infinite possibilities of my complete unity with all harmony and therefore all good and more good, if I'm going to birth myself into that, and it hasn't happened yet, and we didn't see it happen in critical mass because of our opinion about the election, it doesn't mean it's not happening. And it doesn't mean that I am not free to make it happen in my world, to reach up to a higher level, to be a place of a higher order of being, to be a place of transcendent peace, to be a place of omnipresent love, to be a place of omniscient knowing of the infinite goodness of God right here and right now in me and as me and through me. There's nothing has changed that. And now I must go back to vibrating at the highest possible level, to contributing to that critical mass that one day will happen. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. And peace will guide the planet, and love will steer the stars. And I came to fulfill its mission, and it might take more decades. I've only just begun to awaken to the birth of my own spiritual magnificence by means of persistence and determination alone are omnipresent. We must be the place that knocks and seeks and asks and draws forth that peace and draws forth that love and draws forth that compassion, so that people, when they encounter us, somehow are shifted, because the waves coming from me are waves that I'm drawing from the Most High, and I'm becoming a clear channel of the infinite goodness of the I am that I am. And just because I am doing does not separate me from others, because I know that all can do it, that everyone can do it, that everyone can discover the truth of their own spiritual magnificence and draw that truth into their life, into their mind, into their body, and into their experience. So that each day and every day you are waking up in a sense of gratitude, a sense of appreciation, a sense of knowing today is the day that through my small baby steps in the direction of my own dreams, in the direction of my own fulfillment, I can contribute to the awakening of humanity. And in fact, I choose to do so. And you choose to do so. We are light workers in the world, bringing forth our light in a powerful and more beautiful way than we've ever known before. We are the right people at the right time. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is going to work out right because of who you are and the spiritual magnificence you're bringing to the world. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. You're watching Coffee with Casper. If you found anything valuable in our 20 minutes together, share the video. Link it to your groups, link it to your friends. Go on YouTube, like it, follow it, share it. It's very easy to share it on YouTube. Just copy the address and send it to people on your email list, people you love and your friends and contacts. Let us together continue to be the place where a new vibration, a possibility of a greater good, not only for ourselves, but for all people, is being made manifest. Until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. This is Casper. We'll be back next week with Coffee at Casper, Tuesdays at 8:30 Pacific time. We'll see you then. Bye for now.